Hello everybody, welcome back to Fire Emblem Awakening Lunatic Plus. The first thing I wanted to do was, well, hold on a second. The first thing I wanted to do was show off the ridiculousness of the world map right now, because while I was waiting, to stream for the next time I was going to stream, I had Risen spawn. There was already Risen on this tile where I can't buy the Wind Tome that I need, and then another Risen spawned on this tile, so if I needed Strength tonics or Defense tonics, I wouldn't be able to buy them anymore. This is why I said before, if you need these tonics, buy them right away, because the Risen will just spawn on your tiles and they will not let you get the items that you need. Thankfully, I do need a heal staff, but I can get one right here, so that's fine. I checked while I was doing my testing, and it turns out, I thought you could get a free heal staff here, but you can't. It's just a rescue staff, so I have to buy another heal staff. So we're going to do that now that they're available.
Take your time.
And then I bought two other items, which I'm going to show you. I think I forged some items already, I believe. Let me check Kellum. I put this stuff in Kellum's inventory, yeah. So this is Lon'qu's Killing Edge. If you can't get Strength tonics, what you can do instead is forge 1 point of might onto the Killing Edge. The good thing about the Killing Edge is that it's very similar. So bows have a really special property, and the Killing Edge kind of shares that property with them. If you forge 1 point onto the Killing Edge and you get a crit, it's sort of like adding 3 damage for 1 point of might. And with iron bows, if you forge 1 point of might onto it, if you shoot at a flyer, which is effective damage, it's sort of like getting 3 points of damage for 1 point of might. So forging damage onto these is really good. The only reason I'm not going to forge the Killing Edge is because I have Strength tonics and I don't need to. I can just give a Strength tonic to Lon'qu. He only needs a tiny little bit of extra damage, and I can get that just from using a Strength tonic. So let's give these items to the people who actually want them. This is for Virion. He's going to take this iron bow. I did the prep earlier in the week, so I forgot some of the things I was talking about. I guess we can have, so we're going to have Lon'qu take this Killing Edge. I'm going to stop by the barracks first, and then we're going to go into the map. Then I'm going to talk about my setups. I talked about this during the last stream, but I think using the barracks and like the shiny spots on the ground is fine, because they're always going to give you like a slight positive amount of RNG, and you just have to figure out what to do with those, with that positive RNG. That Wilder Wind I just picked up might be good. A good replacement for the Wind Tome that I can't buy right now. That's kind of one of the things it helps with too, is like if the Risen like enter one of your maps and they prevent you from buying items, you could use like an item that you picked up to replace it. And then this other one that I really want to talk about this. So the one thing I wanted to talk about was the Superior Edge. It's very important. The Superior Edge is really, really good at killing the thieves in this map. And so you might be saying, well, that's not fair because you picked up a Superior Edge. Not every player is going to have that. And yes, that's true. But if you don't pick up the Superior Edge, you can just use the Silver Lance to kill the thieves. It's slightly less accurate, which means if you miss, you'll have to reset, so it makes your runs less consistent. So basically, the only thing the Superior Edge does is it makes your attempts slightly more consistent on the first turn, and I guess later on too when you go for the other thief. And it saves you a few Silver Lance charges, but it doesn't give you anything that you wouldn't have access to if you didn't land on that shiny spot. So I kind of think it's fair game. I'm going to look at this Wilder Wind that I just picked up too. So like this right here too, like I couldn't get into the shop to buy a Wind Tome, so I could theoretically use this Wilder Wind instead, or I could just go to the shop and buy a Wind Tome. Like you can just do either or. Like it doesn't really matter. So the setup that I devised for this map uses these 8 units. The first turn is definitely the most inconsistent. I talked before about how Sully is a really good supporting unit. If I had built up Frederick and Sully to a C support already, this opener would be more consistent. As it is now, it takes a little bit of good luck, but it's not that bad. I'll probably have to restart maybe 4 times. So what I am going to do is I'm going to forge the Thunder Tome. That's the other thing I was supposed to do. Yeah. I even did this. I bought a full-use Thunder Tome and I didn't forge it. Thunder Tome has a pretty high crit rate, so similar to the Killing Edge, it is worth forging because you're getting triple damage whenever you land those crits. On top of that, it has 45 uses, and we're going to use it a ton of times, like for the rest of the run. So first of all, we don't even have access to magic tonics yet, right? Secondly, adding 1 point of might here for 300 actually costs less than a magic tonic would cost, but a magic tonic would only give us +2 damage for 1 map, whereas this +1 might is going to give us an extra 1 damage for like 3 or 4 maps. Like it's going to give us 45 attacks with +1 might. So it's basically going to give us a ton of extra damage. It's actually even more cost effective than using a tonic. if you forge like a weapon that you know you're going to use for a significantly long time. And Thunder Tomes are pretty good. They're going to be good for the rest of the run. So forging one early, especially with full uses, 45 uses, is definitely cost efficient. I have to make sure I put the units in the right spaces, though, because they get moved into different spots. So the only other thing I need, these two seem to be in the right spot, and then Virion needs to be able to reach this Brigand in case Chrom and Robin don't get the kill. And then Lon'qu can just sit over here. If he's able to fight these guys, you can have him fight these guys. If they get skills that he can't fight, then you can just have him run away. It doesn't matter. So you can just start Lon'qu over here. Lon'qu, we got him at the end of the last chapter. We haven't been able to use him yet. This is our first time using Lon'qu. He's so good when he joins. He has 13 speed, which is like more than everyone in my army. Frederick has... Okay, so Frederick is level 26, and he has 1 more point of speed than Lon'qu. Sumia has less, but although she has a skill, that gives her... And even then, with a skill, she only has 1 extra point. He gives bonus speed to anybody he pairs up with, so if somebody needs speed, he'll give them a bunch of extra speed. Because his speed is over 10, he actually gives them an additional extra point of speed when he pairs up. He's just awesome, and he comes with the Killing Edge, and he can equip it right away. We also gave him the Roy's Blade, so we don't waste Killing Edge charges in situations where we don't need them. Again, this comes back to what I said before. If you didn't pick up the Roy's Blade, then you just use the Killing Edge. It's not a big deal. So the only thing the Roy's Blade is doing for me is it's just saving me Killing Edge charges. Fine. And fine. This is actually really good. Sometimes you get this. This guy has Aegis, which doesn't matter because we're going to kill him with magic. This guy has Pavis, which doesn't matter because we're going to kill him with physical attacks. You love to see that. That's always a fantastic, like when the enemies get that combination of skills. Again, you don't like to rely on RNG, but we have a method that's pretty reliable no matter which RNG we get. So it's just nice when we see the good RNG. Okay, we've got a strong opener. I'd like to get a good level on Robin too. I almost feel like if we get a really bad level on Robin, it's actually worth resetting too. Just because we're going to reset a bunch of times anyway. But that was a good enough level. I'm not going to reset for a perfect level, but if I get something like +1 luck, I would probably reset instantly. Alright, this guy's Vantage and Luna. Doesn't matter at all. Nice. Get the experience onto Sumia. Okay, we're in a perfect position now. Chrom can fight this guy. And Lon'qu cannot fight this guy, I think. Lon'qu cannot fight this guy unless he dodges. Do I want to risk a dodge here? No, it's not even worth it. I think it's honestly not even worth it for Chrom to fight this guy, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it this way. We're actually in a really good position because we saved Sully as well. We're going to use the Falchion. This would actually be a good place to use the Erica Blade. I'm actually going to have Sully move Lisa out of here. That way I don't need to worry about retreating Lisa next turn. She'll already be away from the combat. And this might actually bait the enemies to move north instead of south, which would be better for us as well. Nice. Oh, too bad. Not a huge deal, but too bad. Okay. Chrom and Robin can kill this guy. The rest of my team can kill this guy if needed, or Frederick can kill this guy. This guy's pass. No, I have to kill this guy because he has pass. Because this guy has pass, I have to have Frederick go here and kill this guy. So our opener is going to be a little bit more limited here. Luckily, because of the strength tonic, this is a guaranteed kill. Keep in mind the fact that he has pass makes it less likely that he has Aegis, and because he doesn't have Aegis, that means that we can kill him with the Orson's Hatchet. So it's like, the enemies having different skills leads to different outcomes, but if you know how to play around each skill, you can still win no matter what the outcome is. So like, if this guy had Aegis, we would have moved here and killed this guy. Because this guy had pass, we move here and we killed this guy. And now this gives us our best chance of success. Now these guys can't get past Frederick and like this forest right here. These forests here actually work to our advantage. It makes it so most of these tiles back here are safe. Now all we have to do is kill these two guys, which is actually not the easiest thing in the world. But it's very doable. I'm actually going to do it this way. Nope. Well, sword, not lance. It's going to give Virion, Sully some chance to build support, get some experience. Potentially Lon'qu and Sully to build support and get experience. And it also makes it so we don't have to rely on a dual strike from Chrom, because we've chipped this guy's health down already now. Now we transfer Sully over. I'm gonna go with the... If I use the Erica Blade, we actually get a guaranteed kill here. I'm gonna use the Killing Edge, because the Erica Blade will become more valuable later on, while the Killing Edge will lose value slowly. And if this guy hits Lon'qu, it doesn't matter, because the other guy can't reach me. Got the crit. Lon'qu, you absolute demon. Now, for this guy, I'm gonna use the Glass Sword. Here would be better, but it would risk a 39% chance to get hit, which might cause problems next turn. Here is a slightly worse position, but we're a lot safer. How does the Fire Tome work? The Fire Tome, unfortunately, doesn't do enough damage here. I wonder if the play is actually to let him attack me first, and then have my scrub units clean him up next turn. This would save charges on our more valuable weapons. 24% chance that we take a little bit of damage but survive. 66%, better than a 66%, better than 2/3 of the time. We'll actually just badly wound this guy and then be totally fine afterwards. I think that's worth it. I'm gonna unpair Sully, so I have her free next turn. And then Lisa can move over here. And I think we're good. Interesting that he went for Frederick. Wow. I don't think this Archer can kill us. I think the Archer does 4 damage. Yeah. I did not expect him to go for Frederick, so I didn't really calculate for that, but it seems like we survived anyway. The enemies on this map are behaving very strangely. I feel like the enemies on this map have different AI than what the standard AI is. Because they are doing so many things that I just don't expect. This guy's pass again, by the way. Annoying. Does he have Luna too? I bet he does. No, just pass. Counter on him, that's annoying. No counter here, so we can work with it. Counter on him, that's annoying. Okay. Gotta get past these guys. It's not gonna be tricky at all. Is there ever a world where I want Sully to get experience? No, I don't think so. That means it's probably best to use Virion here. Virion can never get past this forest, so I think we just use him here. 86% chance to hit. Plus Lon'qu's dual strike. Perfect. Do both of the ones in the upper room have pass? I didn't see. Let me check. That's a good question. No and no. So I can pick whichever one of these two I want to kill. It would be better to kill this one. I could actually possibly draw them out one at a time. Give both kills to Sumia. And then also give her this kill in the corner. That's going to be a lot of acceleration for Sumia. I'm going to have Lon'qu take this one. Open up the path. These two. Does fire kill? No. Does thunder kill? No, of course not. Why would it? Neither one actually kills, but if I get a dual strike, I get the kill. Oops. I'm gonna go for the dual strike here, because if I do, it allows me to move my other units further forward. Perfect. Go like this. He needs way more healing than what he's getting. I think Sumia has healing items, though. You only need 10 magic on her, by the way, so having, This is tricky, because I want Frederick to heal, but I want Sumia to be in front. I think I know how to do it, though. Go like this. We're basically done with Donnel. I'll give his items to Sully next turn. Okay. So what I can do now is I can have Lisa heal here. Pair up these two, and then Sumia has 8 movement with flight. She can go as far as she needs to. I can take out this guy if I want. But I don't want to do that. I want to do what I did last time. I want to bait out these 4 attacks. None of them have Luna. This guy has Luna. That's tricky. I think we still survive. Was I wrong? Oh, it's these 2. Yeah, this spot right here. No, it's not that spot. Am I crazy? I thought I could have sworn this spot was safe last time. I thought I found one spot that was safe. It is this spot. Yeah, it's this spot. Okay. This spot is safe. I have to make sure they can't deal enough damage now, though, because last time they didn't have Luna. Frederick has 18 defense, right? 18 defense, yeah. So it's going to be 4 plus 10, which is 14. This guy's going to do 6. That's 20 damage. And then this guy's the tricky one. He's going to do... That would be 33 damage. I think I have 36 HP. Or 34? Oh, that's 33 damage. I have 34 HP. So I'll survive. I'll survive on 1 HP no matter what. Worst case scenario, I survive on 1 HP. Best case scenario, I dodge some attacks. I'm going to do... Remember last time I said I was going to start conserving Orson Hatchet charges? I'm going to do that now by equipping the Iron Sword here. That's going to set my units back 1 turn, but it's going to pay off in the long run. I'm going to do this because I'm trying to build Robin and Frederick ranks whenever I can. The squad's going to go here. Nope, not yet. Give Sully your items first. Then the squad's going to go here. Nope, not yet. Let's bring Virion. Okay, now the squad's going to go here. Then Lon'qu can just move forward. Okay, should be a completely safe turn. Worst case scenario, we survive with actually more than 1 HP because of weapon triangle advantage against the axes. And then also, yeah, the archer can't reach us anyway, because this guy's standing in the spot where the archer would want to stand. Oh no, he just can't reach us flat out. Perfect. Okay, now what we do is we move south into this area where the ranged attackers can't reach us. The way to do that is we need to clear this guy out using Robin and Frederick. Then, sorry, Robin and Chrom. Well, what can this guy do? Oh, he has counter. Ah, that's really frustrating. But I think I can work with it. Yes, I'm seeing the path to victory. I don't like the fact that this guy has Aegis, though. But I think I can work with this. As long as I make sure that this guy can't kill Virion, I think we're safe. So let's first start with this. I don't want to use the Levin Sword because it actually is extremely valuable in Chapter 6. It's so valuable in Chapter 6. I can't even overstate how powerful it is. I'll go this tile. I'll go this tile, actually. For reasons that will become clear later. Okay, we're aiming for dual strikes here. If we don't get them, it's not the end of the world. Perfect. One more? No, that's fine. Okay, Virion can clear out this guy. Gosh, this is hard because he has so much HP. And defense with Aegis. Okay, what's the next best option? Sully? Can this guy kill Sully? He would deal 22 minus 7. There's no way he can kill Sully. In fact, Sully and Lon'qu may even be able to kill this guy. Or hold on, what about Virion killing this guy? No, Virion can't fight this guy safely. No double? He doesn't double me, does he? No. Okay. 6. Do we get +3 from Virion yet? No, we only get +2. If we don't have the Sully pair up, this guy kills us. What about Lon'qu? Lon'qu survives. Okay. But Lon'qu can't reach this enemy. Why is this so tricky? I have to kill this thief. That's the main thing. This thief will kill one of my units. But I need to do it in a way where I can make sure that the person that this archer attacks also doesn't die. We got ourselves into a pickle here. Okay, you go like this. You have Sully in the back. Lon'qu kills this guy. Lon'qu survives the archer no matter what. He possibly could even dodge this attack. This guy named Frederick, by the way, is his name, uses the superior edge to kill the thief. Okay. Everyone currently in range of the archer survives, except for Virion. What we can do is we can pull Virion off of Lon'qu, because Lon'qu survives even if he doesn't have Sully. Now we have Virion, capable of surviving the archer and not getting doubled by him. This guy has pass, so Lisa can't get any closer this turn. Lisa will hang back in the safe zone. Okay, let's see who he wants to attack now. He wants to attack Lon'qu. Perfectly fine with me. Lon'qu survives, guaranteed. Now, next turn, this guy is going to be standing here, and we're going to want to kill him. So I want to pull these guys away first. There's a part of me that wants Robin to stand here if I can survive this attack and this attack. You know what I could even do? I could actually stand here and do this. Yeah, this is even better. Ooh, nice. I'm actually very, very, very happy with that outcome. Okay. And you'll understand why in a second. This gives Sumiya a chance to get a kill here. Nice. Oh, perfect. The faster you can start snowballing Sumiya, the much better it will be for you in the long run. Next, we take these characters. We start spreading them out, so they'll be available next turn. There's not any way actually to get Lisa over to here to heal us, but it's fine. We're going to survive with 2 HP, even if we get hit with all attacks. I am going to put Virion here. It's going to give us a higher chance to evade the Archer, who has Luna, which is the one that we really want to evade. This guy we can evade, but he deals less damage to us. It tends to work out that way. Again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying before, where like this guy here, because he had pass, he didn't have Aegis. And if he had Aegis, then he wouldn't have had pass. It's kind of the same thing over here. Because this guy has Luna, he doesn't have Hawkeye. Because this guy has Hawkeye, he doesn't have Luna. Sometimes you will get the worst combinations, but it's very rare. And even the worst combinations, there are ways to play around. Nice. Get a level for Robin. This is going to be the last tricky turn. After this, we're pretty guaranteed safe. Frederick's totally safe here, so we're actually not even going to pair anyone up with him. Just going to have him attack. Well, actually, in that case, it's better to have Robin move first. So let's do Frederick. We need to heal Robin. I'd actually like to get Robin and Sumiya together, but I can't do that. Yeah, yes I can. I see how. This guy does have Vantage, which I overlooked. That's going to put us on 18 HP. This guy deals 22. We have more than 8 defense. We'll be safe, though. So this guy will hit us, but we'll be safe. Oh, Dual Guard. Dual Guard is one of the ways you can play around actually a lot of skills. Honestly, it's not reliable, but it's one of those things where, like, if it happens, it helps a lot. So if you have chances to get Dual Guards, make sure you're factoring those into your plans, because they can happen, and they will happen. From time to time, they will save you against situations like... I was safe there anyway, but the Dual Guard helped, because it means I don't have to heal Robin next turn as much. Or possibly at all, depending on how things go. Okay, so now Sumiya's paired up with Robin, which is good. We want them building supports. Chrom, Robin and Frederick are building support, which is good. Chrom and Frederick are building support, which is good. We're going to use our superior edge here. This should be a guaranteed kill. Totally safe. Now, it doesn't matter who this archer attacks. No matter who they attack, they're going to survive. Just get the rest of our units into position behind the rest of the other team members. And we'll clean up these archers next turn. Yeah, 13 damage. Nice, Sumiya. Ooh, another kill for Sumiya. Let's go, Sumiya. Sumiya's popping off now. And she doubles with the Robin pair up, too. Amazing. Alright, Frederick is going to get the shiny spots. He benefits the most from them. Roy's Blade. We got another Roy Blade. That's basically just like a free iron sword. It doesn't matter. Like, that's not something that's going to change the run. Alright, let's take a couple turns to heal and reset before we go up there. Because this guy has pass and counter, which means we want Frederick in this position. But it also means we're going to have to do some moving around, where we're going to have to move our units around whenever Sumiya needs to heal herself. Because this guy has counter, and because I've already gotten a lot of experience onto Sumiya already, I think I'm going to go for a dual strike strategy to play around counter, so that we have to waste less turns healing. So first let's heal up to full. No reason not to do that. I gotta make sure I'm not going to accidentally kill myself here. The most I'll deal to myself is... Oh no, if I crit, I could actually deal a lot of damage to myself. Well, hold on, if I crit... Crits are double or triple... Oh my god, I can't believe I forget. Crits are double in this game, right? So if I crit, I would actually kill myself here. This is tricky. This guy having counter is not ideal at all. Alright, I don't think we can train Sumiya on this guy. You know what it is? It's Solidarity. I'll show you. I know exactly what caused that. Solidarity, really awesome skill that Robin has. Fantastic skill. It grants crit and dodge to all adjacent allies, so this is why Sumiya has a crit rate of 10, is because she's getting plus 10 crit from Solidarity. That helps a lot on Lunatic and Lunatic Plus, where, well, once again, you don't plan for crits, but anytime they happen, they always help. In this case, this is the one case where it actually doesn't help, because that plus 10 crit is making it so we can accidentally kill ourselves. What about Robin? Can we trade sword rank? We can train sword rank here. This is good. This is going to help us train our sword rank too. We hit ourselves for 14 damage here. I wanted Sumiya to get a dual strike. She did not get it. It's fine. We're going to put Frederick here. Chrom here. Lon'qu here. I'm going to pair up Sully with Frederick so he takes less damage. Ooh, that was a misplay. I left this space open so that Sully could stand here when she paired up with Frederick, but then that caused her to die. Or caused her to move into position where... Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me see how much damage this guy does. 22 minus 7. I don't think this guy even kills me. If I had Sumiya in the lead, she would be dead right now. He only deals 5 damage to Robin and not enough damage to Lon'qu. I don't know exactly how much, but it's not enough. I'll even pair up Virion, just so we're slightly more safe. Okay, so that was a misplay, but we didn't get punished. Now we have to kill this guy or we will get punished, but we can kill this guy because we can do this. Put Sumiya back in the lead. Now she kills this guy. If she crits him, she takes no counter damage. If she fails to crit, then she only deals 9 damage to herself, and then the second attack kills. If Robin gets a dual strike, Robin gets experience. Yep, totally safe. Okay, that did not need to be as difficult as it was. I made a huge error. Thankfully, my play up till now has been good enough that one error did not cost us the run. There you go. I'm going to say this again for the people who only watch the second attempt. You only get a couple of chest keys. You get like 3 chest keys at the start of the run. You never get any more, and you can never buy any. So if you can save chest keys for later in the run, it helps a lot. Especially, I don't remember the name of the chapter, but it's the one with the magma platforms that collapse over time. And there's a bunch of chests that you need to get before all the platforms collapse. If you have chest keys for that map, it helps so much because you can send your combat units far forward to grab those chests, and you don't need to send thieves to grab those chests. Alright, what skills do these guys have? Counter and counter. Annoying. They want to be as annoying as possible again. Okay, we just need Dual Strike Man to land a Dual Strike, which tonight he has really not he has not enjoyed doing that. Let me get Donnel out of my way. Lon'qu and Virion ready to support. Okay, this might get messy again like last time, but as long as we plan everything out like we did last time, we should be pretty much fine. So first of all, this guy having extra avoid from the pillar tile really hurts. Aether says the run has been a lot more smooth this time. It really gets like that. Like once you get warmed up, you make less errors and everything becomes way more consistent. Okay, we broke our glass sword, totally fine. Now, because this is the only guy left, we can kill him using a strategy where Frederick can damage himself with counter and it doesn't matter. Like, this should work. So this is 44 damage. We're going to deal 30 to ourselves with counter and the enemy's attack. So this is totally consistent. So we're gonna survive. We could have survived on 4. We survived on 12. Now let's start repositioning our units. Getting ready to tackle the top half. Our goal for the top half, because these guys don't have pass, is going to be to draw out these archers one at a time and let Sumiya kill both archers. Before that, we got to get past this guy. To do that, I might try to let Chrom fight him. It's good to let Chrom get experience wherever you can, because it's difficult to train him. So if Chrom can fight this guy safely, I will let Chrom fight him, because Chrom is getting a little bit behind on levels. He's on 5 versus Robin's 10. You don't need to level him super fast, but it is nice to level him up. And there should be a way for this fight to go down. Okay, this guy has Luna. So all we need to do is make sure Chrom can survive 28 damage. So we're going to do it this way. I'm going to have Frederick unequip his weapons so that he doesn't dual strike. And go like this. I'm going to use the Falchion. I'm going to start building rank with Sumiya. And I don't want to build rank with Lisa. I'd rather keep the support points onto the units that are going to be standing near him when he's fighting. Dual guard doesn't matter. I'll show you, just in case you don't believe me. Nice. So this guy would have dealt 12 damage to us, plus an extra 7, which would have been 19 damage, so we would have survived no matter what. Plus defense Robin is so useful for the early game. Okay, so even if this hits us, we'll survive. If Sumiya dual strikes, it doesn't matter. She didn't dual strike, but that's fine. We're not in range of the archers. Now, Chrom is guaranteed to kill here. Get some more experience onto him. Now we're going to bait out these archers one at a time. If you do it right, you can trap him here, and then you only need to block 3 positions. So if I want him to be standing here, so Freddy's gonna go here. This should work. I think I'm pretty safe here. Sumiya can back up 1 space. Chrom can back up 2 spaces, and I think this is good. So the enemy's gonna stand here on this corner tile. From here, if Sumiya gets behind him, she can hit him for 8 damage per hit. Chrom's gonna go here. Now the archer can't move or do anything. All I have to do is back up. And Lisa heals Frederick back for when we have to bait out the next archer. Now the archer is completely trapped. The corner trap makes it so we only need to use 3 units to trap him, which is nice. We're gonna slowly chip this fellow down. Level 4 Sumiya, that's nice. Okay, one more turn. Now I'm gonna do this. Now if Sumiya dual strikes, she'll get extra experience. If she doesn't dual strike, that's fine. This is weapon experience for Robin, and another level going into Chapter 5, which is going to be useful. That extra speed might make the difference between life and death. You never know. Now we're going to repeat our tactic again. We're going to have Frederick pull out the next guy. I think we still trap him here. Perfect. Now I think because of how things worked last time, if I... Oh, I got too much speed now. What about Chrom? Chrom's good. It's fine to take 1 shot on this guy. We'll let Frederick stand here. Okay, this should be fine. Now I'm gonna do this. Hold on. No, I'm gonna do this. That's 10 extra experience right there. Okay, now I'm gonna do this. Just to get an extra support point on these 2. And the map is pretty much cleared. Now, can we give the boss kill to Chrom? I'd like Chrom to get this boss kill if possible. Okay, so this guy doesn't have Luna this time, which means Robin can fight him, I'm pretty sure. The tricky thing is how much damage the short axe does. The short axe does 26 damage, and we have 26 HP. Minus a ton of defense, though. So yeah, we're totally safe. So I'm gonna go like this. Fire Tome. Sumia. Frederick. Chrom. And Virion. Now we should be 100% safe. I could have done some more math to know exactly how much HP we're gonna have, but it doesn't particularly matter. Nice. Oh, man. I wanted that dual strike to hit. We're only using Fire Tome charges here, so we're not using a lot of resources, but we're getting a lot of value. Yeah, so this guy can't do anything to us now. Also, because he has the short axe equipped, we can actually have other characters run in and attack him now more safely. Like Chrom, for example, if I can give Chrom this kill. This turn it won't be possible. We're going to hit him for 6... We're going to hit him for 12 damage. So even with dual strikes, we should be fine here. Even if we dual strike twice. Finally. Some nice experience for Sumia. Now we're getting close to the point where if Chrom's going to get the kill, we have to give it to him. We have to be careful of counter. Because he has counter, we can only attack him if we're guaranteed to one-shot him. Okay, this is tricky now because I think Robin basically gets the kill. If Sumia dual strikes here, Sumia gets experience, Robin gets the kill, Robin gets experience. If Sumia doesn't dual strike, the enemy will be left with 1 HP, and then Chrom will get the experience. I'm fine with this. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Do we have 100% hit rate? We have 95% hit rate. I don't love that. But actually, if we miss, it doesn't matter, because we won't hit ourselves with... If we miss the enemy, then we won't hit ourselves with counter damage. So we'll survive his attack anyway. Plus, once I transfer her over, I might actually have 100%. 97. I could get 100 with the rapier, it's not even worth it. Some more experience for Chrom. Should be level 7. We focused a lot on Chrom. We focused a lot on Robin, Sumia, and Frederick. But that will definitely lead to better long-term gains. I think these are among 4 of the best units in the game. That's kind of why I've been focusing on trading them up. So this time, I'm pretty sure Donnel doesn't join us because he didn't gain a level. I think that's how it works. I can check. Yeah, no Donnel, which is so fine with me. We do not need him at all. Actually, let me do this first. Yeah. Okay, I have to rearrange all my units now, but it should be fine. So it's going to be very similar to the strategy that we used last week. We're going to try to clear out these enemies as fast as possible and then control this area of the map and take out the wyverns one at a time while they're flying down to us. At the same time, Frederick is going to be up here on this fort. If Frederick is within range of an enemy, that enemy will stick to Frederick even if they cannot attack him. So if all 4 of these squares are occupied around the fort, you would think that the other enemies would just ignore Frederick and go after the rest of my units, but they actually won't. The only thing they will do is they'll just crowd around Frederick and wait for a chance to fight him, which means my other units will be completely safe over here, and then I can draw the enemies away from the fort one at a time and fight them based on what skills they have, so that Frederick doesn't have to sweep a bunch of enemies on enemy phase and then kill himself with counter. So in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to get Lon'qu to run over here and crit this enemy one time. If you don't want to give him a strike tonic, you can forge the killing edge instead. Forging, I think, 1 point of might onto the killing edge should be enough, and it will be very, very useful in the long term because you're going to be using the killing edge in every single chapter. So it honestly might be worth doing that. The only reason I didn't do that is because I bought a bunch of strength tonics already, so I might as well just use them. And that's basically it. We're just going to get right into it. So here's how the strategy works. You have Lon'qu join Sully, they run over here. Now the only thing about this is that because we haven't trained Sully, we can't really rely on her dual strikes to bail us out here. We basically just have 2 chances to crit. And in this case, because the enemy has counter, we have to crit on the first attack. We didn't crit. Yeah, so here we would restart, and we're basically just going to do this until we get a good attempt. But yeah, if that guy has Aegis, you just can't do it, so you just reset. If you wanted to do this like in an Iron Man context without resetting, it should also be possible. I have devised a type of strategy for that. I haven't really tested it to the point where I can showcase it on stream. But if you wanted to do this without resetting at all, you would have to rely on Frederick a lot more heavily. There's nothing I can do about Aegis. It's the only skill that I have to reset for. Everything else I can just play around. I can adjust my strategy. There you go. Finally paying off. Finally the luck we should be getting. Strength. Yes, yes. Oh, this is a god level up. Okay, let's keep this attempt, please. Okay, we're dead. Cool. That was fun. Interesting that they went for Robin instead of Lon'qu, though. It must have something to do with evasion. Gotten unbelievably unlucky with our crit luck early on. Okay, we're making it up now. We're getting actually good crit luck now. I really want to get another god tier level up. Hopefully we can actually keep it this time. That's, I mean, good enough. This guy's fine. We can dodge his attack. This guy's fine. This guy we need to kill because he has counter. Okay, we're in a really good position right now. Left-hand side is looking viable. Chrom? Yes. Okay, Chrom has not failed me yet today. So Lon'qu is really letting me down today. Chrom is actually doing really good today. He's actually getting all of his dual strikes. Okay, this is looking like it might be a good attempt. The only problem is I don't think we can get rid of this guy. Because he has Pavis. That dual strike helps a lot. That actually might give us the kill. We might not have been able to kill him without that. Watch out. Switch. So this is going to do 7 damage. I don't think we actually have 12 damage, even with Sumiya. We have 11 damage. We're 1 short. I wonder if we should give her a Strength Tonic to play around when this guy has Pavis. It's a really big waste, though, giving her the Strength Tonic here. Alright, I'm going to have to... he doesn't have Pass this time, but the problem is we still have to get Rickon out of there. So we're going to do this. And this. Should be able to reach him on this tile, yes. Okay, we have to waste a Rescue Staff charge. If we can win without using Rescue Staff charge, I would absolutely prefer that. Oh, nice level up on Lisa. Not looking terrible. Whoever this guy attacks should have a chance to dodge. Pretty good chance to dodge, in fact. Nice level up on Robin. Interesting. This is not how things normally go. I do not normally end up with this guy on the fort. That's fine. Wasting a Silver Lance charge, that's like the worst thing that happens there. The only thing is, if this guy attacks Frederick... Okay, he doesn't. He still goes after Virion. Nice dual strike, too. Alright. So here's what I like to do from this position. We gave him the Bronze Sword for this reason. Go up here. Hit this guy with the Bronze Sword. It's only 9 damage, though, so it's not going to work. We have to use the Silver Lance again. Fine, I'll do it. Okay. The next thing we can do is have Sumiya fly up here. Actually, we're going to check the skills on these enemies. If none of them have counter... None of these guys have counter, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to trade him to the Bronze Sword so he can actually fight and then pair up with him. If the enemies don't have counter, you can use Frederick here. I'd like to do this for 1 turn just to get him some experience and just to thin out the number of enemies who are surrounding him. And then on the next turn, I can switch over to the counter strats. That was a mistake. This attempt is looking pretty good, but I have a feeling Frederick's in danger still, so I'm not going to secure the chapter yet. I'm going to do this. Take this guy out with a Fire Tome. Now, there shouldn't be any reinforcements coming, so what I'm going to do is actually... Oh, I wonder if I actually... Oh, you know what? Let's keep this in mind for the next attempt. You can actually take this, draw this guy out and fight him with Robin. On this turn, I could do it because there's no enemies coming from this fort. I have to keep that in mind. I have to use that to my advantage because I know that to be the case. But we're still in a decent position. What we can do is this. We can start splitting up our units, getting ready for the enemies who are coming. There's a chance Lon'qu could actually fight this guy. 28. Yeah, we have enough HP to survive. I'm going to do this. Try to get a crit with it, with the Killing Edge. Equipping the sword here makes it less likely for enemies to hit us because they're using axes. Which is going to help us dodge these Luna attacks. And then if Sumia gets any dual strikes, she can take out enemies as well. This is not how things are normally going to go. Typically, you're going to have Frederick with no weapons equipped on the fort. Nice. Nice aggression. Okay, this is way better than attempts are normally going to go. I almost want to restart just so I can show you how things will, are actually going to look. Because the attempts are not going to be this clean at all. This is the absolute best case scenario. This is how the strategy can work on Lunatic. If you use the same strategy on Lunatic, you can do this, especially if you're using Frederick as a main unit, and you can just wipe out all these guys over here. Normally in Lunatic Plus, this is not going to work, because at least one of these guys is going to have counter, and you just have to play around that. This is fine. I'm actually going to do this. I would rather get experience onto Maribel, but I need Robin to be at full health, so we're just going to use Lisa here. Alright, let's see what happens. Is that the Myrmidon? I thought that was going to be a Brigand, but it looks like it's a Myrmidon. Okay, we're safe. Oh, that guy did have counter. Okay, that's fine. I'll show off the way the strategy normally works after this anyway. There you go. Okay, now we finally get to check the skills on the other enemies. Alright. That was fun. Let's do another 20 minutes of resets. I'm getting pretty mad about this. There you go, there's your crit. Okay. See what I mean? Like, we just got 2 back-to-back good attempts in a row. Like, getting good attempts is not that unlikely. We're just not getting them. Okay? So right now we're in a very, very good position. We are in a very good position. The worst thing that can happen is if both of these guys attack Robin and they both hit, which is, of course, what's going to happen. Cool. Basically, you just do like a hyper-aggressive turn 1 opener, and if it doesn't work, you just reset. That basically leads to 30-second long attempts. And if it does succeed, then from there on, you just get good attempts, which are worth pursuing. Okay, we're in a really bad position here, because all of these guys have counter. Yeah, counter's going to kill us. Okay, we can dodge this guy's attack. No, we can't. Why would we dodge an attack? That would be absurd. Dodge. Crit. Okay, see? That's why you don't restart those attempts. Because sometimes he dodges and crits. Decent level up. That's like an expected level up. Okay, this guy's got counter. This guy's got nothing. This guy's got nothing. Let's go. Solid attempt underway. And we're good. We got our dual strike. I think we're good. Now all we need is the right-hand side. Right-hand side's looking good. I don't see any way that the right-hand side could go wrong. I mean, there's good luck and bad luck on the right-hand side, but it's not. There's no way for us to get luck that's going to cause us to immediately fail on the right-hand side. Dual strike would be nice. It's fine. Make sure I equip the sword on him too. Oh, watch out! Don't misclick. Okay. Now we have to play around. We do have to use a rescue staff here, which I hate. I hate using a rescue staff here because I know you can win without it. I know you can win this map without the rescue staff. It makes me really angry that I get forced to use it. Where can this guy attack? I'm gonna put Sumia here. I don't think the guy will ever attack Sumia, but I'm gonna put her there anyway. Could potentially pull some damage off of Frederick, and then we have to use the rescue staff on Rickon. Like at this point, I'm literally just using the rescue staff so that I don't have to do another 2 hours of attempts. Like that's not a good use of a rescue staff. A good use of the rescue staff is to do something that would otherwise be impossible. We might be dead here anyway, because we failed to dodge that attack. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this Myrm kills us now. No, he doesn't, because if he did, he would have. If he saw the kill, he would have went for it. Okay, now this guy should attack Virion. It's like almost guaranteed. I think this guy always attacks Virion. Yes. And he missed, which is really good for us. Okay, good opener. What is his damage against Robin? I'm kind of curious now. 10? Yeah, we would have survived on 1, so I guess that's why he goes after Lon'qu. Okay, this side over here, what you need to do is pulling this guy off the fort is the most important thing. I'm also going to switch over to the Rapier to go for potential crits and for better accuracy. God, this guy's got plus 10 avoid. Okay, sure. The Vulnerary should allow us to survive here. Yes. The problem is not only do we have to pull this guy off the fort, we have to actually kill him at some point in time. We cannot kill this guy. Oops. Bronze Lance. Equip. Put Lon'qu back into the lead. He's got the Killing Edge equipped. And I forgot to use the Vuln. Yeah, Frederick, move up here. Unequip his weapons. Use the Vulnerary. Sumia pairs up with him to increase his evasion. Virion is going to bait out this guy. Lisa is going to get here. Maribel can stand here. And we probably fail right now.
You're no challenge.
Lon'qu. You disgusting man. That was sick. That was sick. I don't know, Frederick's in a really bad position, though. Lon'qu with the absolute clutch dodge. That was a dodge for... You're gonna write songs about that dodge. That is not an expected dodge, okay? That is a dodge that doesn't happen. And it just happened. Like, that doesn't happen, but somehow we got it. Okay. We have to be careful because there are reinforcements coming this turn, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So this is the turn where we want to counter the guy with the short axe. So we want Robin to be standing here, and we want Robin to kill this guy right now. I want to heal Robin first. I'm going to do it this way. Now Lon'qu and Robin are both back up to full. I have to block this fort, so don't let me forget that either. Now we should be able to kill this guy with Fire Tomes and Dual Strikes. Don't forget to switch back to the Falchion. That's extremely important. If you forget to switch back to the Falchion, you can't kill these guys. You just don't have enough damage. One Dual Strike is all I need. Yes, Dual Strike man. Yes. Thank you. Honestly, we're in a really good position right now. The problem is we have to get rid of this guy in such a way that he can't follow us and keep attacking us, which we might have just screwed ourselves over. This is a problem. I need Lon'qu to be standing here, and I need Lon'qu to be standing here at the same time, which, as you can imagine, is not something you can do. What about Vake? Vake can't kill him. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. It's stupid and I hate it, but I think I know. I have to go like this. Put Vake in front. Now this Dark Mage is going to attack somebody that he cannot kill. And these units here are going to be blocking the fort, so that the Brigand doesn't come out and kill my backline. Frederick cannot fight from this position. Can he use the defense tonic this turn? One of the axe guys has Hawkeye, which is really bad. I'm gonna use a Vulnerary this turn, just to be as cautious as I can. If I get a turn where the enemies aren't killing me, I'll use the defense tonic on that turn. Yeah, this is slightly annoying because this Dark Mage is like behind my back line now. We didn't get the kill there either. Now we have way more enemies on the left than we normally have. The left-hand side is looking more dicey than it normally looks. This turn, I've mentioned this before though, turn 4 is pretty free. The only thing you have to worry about are ambush spawns coming from these forts all the way in the back, and they obviously can't reach your units. So basically our left-hand group, all they need to do is mop up the enemies that are surrounding them right now, and they'll be totally fine. The problem is going to be this Dark Mage. We've got to kill him, but he has Nosferatu. I'm going to use the Fire Tome because we're more relying on Dual Strikes than we're actually relying on Robin's damage here. Nice. If we didn't get the kill there, it would have been fine. We had other units who could help mop them up. Now, because we know there's no ambush spawns coming, Lon'qu can actually move here. No problem at all. He can even do it with the Iron Sword. Let's put Sully next to him, just so they build supports. But keep them separated, that way we have more actions available next turn. Okay, I'm going to use Lisa to split these two up. I'm going to use Maribel to heal Robin. And Vake and Virion are going to split up. I'm going to put Virion on the fort for healing. Okay, let's check our Frederick situation. God, we're in like the same position that we were in last time. I mean, all we can do is just keep using Vulns, and then if we get a turn where we can afford to use the defense tonic, that'll help us. I just don't want to use the defense tonic if I don't have to, that's the thing. Okay, we dodged that attack, that's very clutch. This turn we could use the elixir, we survived on very low HP, but we survived. Okay, this is the turn I've talked about before. It seems like you're going to fight these two guys, but you're actually going to fight the Myrmidon who comes out of here. Robin can fight that Myrmidon as long as they're on full HP. And they don't get doubled either, we confirmed that last time. So you can actually have Robin and Chrom split up and still fighting together. I'm going to use... Actually, hold on a second, I just remembered. We actually don't want to kill this guy, if possible. Because we want him to... We don't... If we kill this guy, the space behind... I just dropped Chrom instead of dropping Robin. If we kill this guy, the space behind him will open up, and then that allows the Wyvern Rider to come and kill us. I think Robin is actually also... Chrom is actually fine too in the same position though. So it's going to be the same thing, we're just going to have Chrom in the position instead. As I learned from last time, it's actually better to have these guys like around here. I'm going to do this, because there's a small chance that Vake might need to attack. Lisa here. I'm actually going to keep Lisa out of the way because last time she ended up getting in the way. Lon'qu on the left-hand side worked last time, and then I'm actually going to move Sully away from Chrom. It's going to lower his crit chance, but more than that, I don't want them to build any support points. Okay, we're going to have to use the elixir here. After you trade items, you will automatically re-equip everything that you're holding. So make sure that you unequip again, and then use your elixir. I don't feel good about this turn, but I don't think I doomed us to failure. I need to dodge the mage. Okay, I dodged the mage finally for once. Chrom should be fine. Okay, we were actually in danger if that guy had counter. So having Robin in the lead there is essential. If you have Chrom in the lead, he can kill himself with counter. We got lucky that this guy didn't have any dangerous skills. That was pure luck on my part. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to mop up the left-hand side in such a way that we have a character standing in position who can fight this guy. Normally I would use Chrom for that, but I might need to use Robin for it now because of the way things have worked out. Although really Chrom would still be a lot better. Okay, let's think about the Wyverns first. This one has no defense against arrows or magic, so we should chip him down with our arrows and magic characters. Sully. I'll pair her up with Lon'qu. I'm actually going to give Robin the bronze sword too while I'm here. No, I don't think she can kill this guy even with Lon'qu's help. No. But Lon'qu can definitely kill this guy. Again, we're only using iron sword charges here, so we're saving our killing edge. Now we need Rickon to land an attack. I might use Lisa to boost our accuracy. That would increase our accuracy to 98. I think that's going to be important. Yeah, we actually could have moved Lisa first, so that Virion would have better accuracy too, but I didn't know at the time that that was an option. Okay, here we're going to be baiting falchion attacks and going for the kill. Hold on, that's not how I do it. I do it like this. I go here. No, because I don't want Maribel and Chrom to build support. We're going to heal Chrom first. We're going to pair them up. Then we're going to go for the dual strikes. No, this is fine. Dual strike, dual strike, dual strike. Yes. Okay. We didn't get as much damage as we wanted, but we got enough. We got enough. It was enough. So let's do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer Chrom over. We're going to move him into the lead, and then we have to keep him paired up with Vake, unfortunately, because of the way things panned out. Otherwise, what we would do is we would drop Vake, and then we could have Robin dual strikes. Because we can't do that, we're going to have to stay paired up with Vake and just fight this way. But we can still fight this way, it's totally fine. It just means our next turn is going to be a little bit slower. Alright, Frederick is looking pretty good. I'm going to use that defense tonic now. This is what I should have done during the last attempt. That honestly could have potentially saved us. It's going to reduce the amount of damage coming from these axe fighters. Brutal turn. Absolutely brutal turn. Keep in mind that defense tonic actually saved our lives there. Because we ended on 2 HP, right? And we took 1, 2, 3 physical attacks, which means we gained 6 extra defense from the defense tonic, which means if we didn't use the defense tonic, we would be on negative 4 HP right now. We would be dead. We have to use the elixir again here. I'm going to trade with Sumia now. Just because I have in my head, I'm remembering to unequip my weapon after trading. Okay. Now all we need to do is just get over there and start peeling these enemies off of Frederick before they can kill him. Well, hold on. Move Chrom here. Split these two up. Maribel here. Mend Chrom. Rickon, build some support with Maribel, gain some experience. Virion, finish this guy off. I kind of don't like wasting a forged iron bow charge there. I'm going to let Lon'qu do it. Lon'qu's kind of been on fire this run. Alright. I think I'm actually not going to do it this turn. I'm going to wait and do it next turn. Just so I have my other units in position. I think it's too risky to pull this turn. See, that's the kind of RNG we need. Frederick just heals himself back up to full. Fantastic, man. Alright. So Robin can survive against these two. Oh, I wish there was a way to pull just one enemy away. We could pull off just the mage. But if we do that, we're not going to have enough units to deal with the guys on the right-hand side. This is tricky. I'm going to go with Sully. Because we really need Virion. We really need Virion to be free next turn. So let's do this. We're going to unequip our weapons so we don't kill ourselves with counter damage. Now we have to get our other units into position. We need to dive bomb these two enemies and kill them, and just kill them next turn. Otherwise, we're going to be in a really bad position. But there's no other choice because the way the enemies are set up, we can't pull just one enemy off Frederick. We have to pull 2 enemies, and because one of them has counter, we can't fight them on enemy phase either. So Frederick should be fine here. Dodging those mage attacks is always good. Dual guard there is perfect. That is going to give Robin the extra HP they need. Keep in mind we would have still had... yeah, we would have survived on 1 HP just like I calculated. Okay. So we have to be careful about this guy now. So we have to try and kill these enemies without stepping on these red squares as much as possible. Or if possible, we'll have just one enemy standing on this red square at the very end. This guy counters physical damage, so I'd like to use ranged attacks on him, but we also want to use our ranged attacks on the Wyvern so that we can kill him. I think I see how to do it. I'm going to pair up with Virion, which I know seems very strange. I'm going to have Robin move here, take Chrom, and give Sully to Virion. That's a good play. Now we have our Falchion equipped. We're going to have 2 chances to dual strike here. And I'm going to go 2 chances to crit. Nice. Okay. This puts us in a really good position. Now, this guy has resistance against physical attacks, but we're going to be using a bow, which for some reason counts as magic. We don't have our bronze sword anymore, unfortunately. It'd be nice if we had it. So we're gonna get an attack here plus a chance to dual strike. In fact, is it better to attack from here? No, it doesn't matter. Dual strike? No. Okay. Things are getting dicey now, but we're not out of the woods yet. Next, I would say we're gonna go for Elwind. That's another 13 damage. Actually, we can boost that. Which one of them gives him more magic? She gives 3. She gives 2. Okay, we're gonna do Lisa. That's 16 damage. Now all we need is something that can deal 10 damage to this guy. I'm gonna do this. Transfer Chrom over. I want to put Chrom in the lead. I'm going to take the Erica Blade. I'm going to use that to kill this guy. Okay. What is Vake holding? Just an Iron Axe. Now Vake is going to move here. He's going to unequip all of Chrom's weapons so that Chrom doesn't kill himself with counter. Well, I'm going to keep Lon'qu on Chrom because that's going to increase his chance of dodging this incoming attack. Then I'm going to heal Robin. Now I have to kill 2 more enemies. Usually you only have to kill these enemies one at a time, but they have had the perfect storm of skills and positioning and like standing in the exact, like the enemies with the exact skills have been standing in the exact positions. That's forced me to have to pull away 2 enemies at a time for 2 turns in a row too, which is a lot of pressure. But we can still win from here. Frederick is looking very safe now. $13 damage, we take 13. The question is, will this... Okay, the other flyer actually stays up there, which is even better. That means... Well, actually, no, that's not better, because... Oh, God, I see what's happening now. Every turn, when we kill this guy, it's going to open up a space so that these 2 enemies can both attack us again. However, we're getting rid of the guy with counter now, which means we can put Robin in this position, and we can actually fight 2 enemies next turn. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm fairly certain this works. So let's start with this. This is always a good opener. Okay, sure. Another 13 here. Okay, how likely is it that Robin can hit this guy with a bronze sword? Extremely likely. Okay, we're in a good position. So here's what we're gonna do. Heal up to full. Just because there's no reason not to. We're going to get our falchion back, our rapier, and our Roy blade. We're going to keep the Erica blade there. We're going to transfer Lon'qu over to Vake. We're going to equip our falchion and pair up with Robin. Robin is going to attack here. Kill this enemy with the bronze sword. We don't take counter damage because we kill him. Next turn, these enemies are going to fly down and attack Robin, although unfortunately if we don't kill them, they might still only attack us 1 at a time. But we'll deal with that when that happens. And honestly, if that happens, that's actually better because it's going to allow our other units to gain experience. Robin's already got enough experience. We really want our other units to gain levels. Yeah, that defense tonic has paid off so much. We've probably gained like an extra, I don't know, 20 HP. From that defense tonic that we used earlier. Ooh, Luna. That's scary. That's very scary. Now we have to figure out if Robin can actually fight these 2 enemies, because I don't think they can. We're only going to have 48 effective HP, which means we have to dodge an attack here. Am I fine with that? Bro. The annoying thing is I have to go for another risky attack now, because I just missed a million attacks in a row. I can potentially boost my accuracy by standing here, I think. This might push me up to the next threshold. I'm not sure if it did or not, but I think we have to do this. Okay. Now what we have to do is dodge at least one of these incoming attacks, which is pretty likely. We have a sword equipped and we're fighting 2 guys with axes, and they don't have guaranteed accuracy skills. Suffice to say, there's a pretty good chance we survive here. I'm going to use another Vuln. Just in case. Okay, these enemies should go after Robin now. Okay, we got the dodge. We're safe here now. Plus, we didn't open up that space. If we opened up that space, there was a chance that the enemy could have that we could have gotten attacked twice. But not only did we dodge the attack, but we also didn't get attacked twice. So everything worked out. God, I really wish I had a cheaper tome that Rickon could use. Is there any way for me to get the wind tome over to him? Or the fire tome? There is. Yeah. I'm liking the idea of bringing Sage Rickon as one of our main units, because he'll be able to use stabs and he'll be able to fight. He can do a chip damage support roll, and he can also do a staff user roll. I like how all three of these enemies have counter. That's not obnoxious at all. Okay, this guy... Frederick's completely safe now. I don't think there's any way for these three enemies to kill Frederick, even if we sat here and waited for 100 turns. This guy is going to come over here and fight Robin. I'm considering the merits of unequipping my Falchion and going for experience on my other units, particularly Rickon. If I'm going to use Rickon, I have to start training him right now. Yeah, that might have been a little bit too cocky, but we'll see. So we do Virion here, then Rickon here. Rickon can actually get the kill with fire, which is cool. Love to see that. Okay. Is there any way to bait out just one of these enemies? I don't think so. I think all three of them have overlapping ranges, yeah. So what we're going to do now is... I think Frederick can actually get out of their, like, all of their attack ranges, though. This. Maribel is going to heal Frederick, so we don't have to keep wasting Vulns. Remember, this is a no grinding run, so it's kind of important that we don't waste all of our resources. Even vulneraries, the cost of those adds up over time. Okay, so by doing this, by splitting up our units and moving away from the fort, this is going to split up the enemy attack ranges. Now, the attack ranges don't overlap anymore. Now we can fight just this guy. Can Frederick reach that spot? He can. Okay, so we're going to put Virion in the back here. Like this. Then we're going to have Frederick go over here and grab Virion and equip the Silver Lance. This is going to allow him... So this enemy is going to run over here and attack Frederick, and then Frederick is going to one-shot this enemy, which is going to prevent us from taking any counter damage. This also gets Virion and Sully out of the enemy ranges. Next, we need to make sure that the rest of our characters are going to be in position to jump in and attack on the next turn so that we can kill these two guys on player phase next turn. In order to do that... Okay, I'm pretty sure this square is safe. Yeah, it is. Okay. Because I want Rickon to be as far forward as possible. Same thing with Robin and Chrom. I'm a little worried about Chrom because he... Oh, hold on a second. In the convoy, there's a one-use vulnerary. Is it worth it? Did any of these guys have Vantage? None of these guys have Vantage. I actually don't think it's... I don't think we need to heal Chrom. Okay. Get Maribel out of there. Oh, we can heal him with Maribel. I'm a fool. Heal him with Maribel. And we should be good. So Frederick, no damage. Kill this guy. Takes no counter damage. This turn, we just need to kill these two guys. And they went left anyway, because these guys are juicier targets. Which means they literally just walked right into our trap. All we have to do is kill these two guys, and the chapter's almost completely over. After that, we just have to check the boss skills and see which configuration of skills we need to use to kill the boss. Okay, so both of these guys have counter, and most of our best support units are over there. I think we have to do this. Switch to the Roy's Blade. 2 chances to crit, 2 chances to dual strike. We got the crit. Nice level up, too. Okay, next we're going to do this. Try to get Rickon some experience. Or he can just miss. That's fine, too. Alright, we have to use the Silver Lance charge here. We can't... There's no way to bail ourselves out beyond what, like, the current situation is. Alright, let's start getting ready for the final phase. So, after you finish... So, the bottom half strategy... Zone control in the bottom left, Frederick protects this fort and keeps the enemy aggression. And then after you've completely taken over the bottom left area of the map, you start pulling enemies off of Frederick and taking them out one at a time. After you finish that, the only thing left to do is check the skills on these enemies and figure out the best way to draw out and kill as many of these enemies on one turn as possible. These 5 wyverns have linked AI, so you have to kill as many of them as you possibly can on the first turn when they start moving. And then on the second turn, you have to kill the boss before he can do anything. You cannot let this guy have free reign. At the very least, you need to get him into a position where you know 100% what he's going to do on the next enemy phase. Most of my units are not going to be super useful here. So let's take a second to analyze the enemies and see what we're dealing with. This guy has Luna, but a fairly low hit rate. This guy has, unfortunately, counter. You really don't want this guy to have counter. But I think Robin can still handle the left-hand side if we need to. The boss doesn't matter. This guy has counter, that is a problem. This guy's counter, that's also a problem. Okay, I see what we need to do. Let's go with Sully. Alright. So Frederick, when we're ready, Frederick is going to run up here and he's going to distract those 2 wyverns. We got some weapon proficiency, that's always good. Robin is going to be responsible for dealing with the other 3 wyverns, but Robin is going to have the help of the entire support squad. So let's get that strategy underway. If you get into a situation where these 2 enemies if both of these enemies don't have dangerous skills, you can have Robin fight both of them on the same turn, which is really good. Unfortunately, because this guy has counter, we can't fight them both on the same turn. However, it does mean that we can fight on this fort, which is good. So I don't know, it's like everything's like a trade-off, it balances out. The tricky thing is figuring out where to have your support units stand, because you can't let them be too far back to the point where they can't help, but you can't let them be too close, because if they're too close, they won't be able to retreat. I'm gonna go with the Fire Tome here. I would like to train Sword Rank if I can, but if I don't kill this guy, it's gonna be very bad for me. So I really need to use a tome here. At the same time, Frederick is gonna go over here, and he's gonna bait these 2 enemies. We can do that in... I would like to do it in a position where I can actually get back to this fort if I need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be fine. Let me make sure the other guy can actually reach me here. He cannot. He'll run towards me though. I'm gonna go like this. Make sure all my weapons are unequipped. And wait here. Okay. That's what you like to see. That's fine. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to draw these 2 enemies with Frederick without being in range of the boss, which we can do by standing right here, right? Yes, this guy can reach this forest. Okay. Frederick is going to stand here. He doesn't need to heal. These guys cannot kill him. They don't have any offensive skills. Then we need to have Robin kill this guy while standing in range of the boss and standing not in range of anyone else, which I think Robin can do. I'm actually going to use the Thunder Tome here to guarantee the kill. Because if I miss the dual strike here, I would be in a lot of trouble. Okay, we got the dual strike. It didn't matter, but that's worth 1 Thunder Charge. Okay, next I'm going to have these other units move forward. So next turn, if we need help finishing off the boss, they'll be able to run forward and kill the boss. And I think we're safe. I think we're done. I think this map is cleared. As long as the boss doesn't kill us here, there's nothing else dangerous that can happen. No crit. Yeah, a lot of times you just dodge him anyway. Boss actually survived. We might be able to give the kill to Rickon. What do you think about that? No, he has Vantage Plus, and he has Tomahawk. So if we can give the kill to anybody, it has to be somebody who can survive a round of combat with him. Which, honestly, I'm going to go with Chrom here. Chrom needs the experience. Dodging his attacks anyway. Yeah, you end up dodging a lot of his attacks anyway, but either way, you have to play around the worst case scenario. Decent level. Speed and defense on Chrom is good. Okay, start splitting up our other units. In fact, it might be possible to do this. Like this. Then I'm going to have Ricken's gonna go here. Sumia is gonna go here. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna trade with Robin. No, I'm not. I don't even need to trade with them. I'm gonna transfer Robin over. Now I have Ricken with the Elwind as my dual strike partner, and I have Robin in front with a bronze sword equipped. They're going to deal minimal damage to this enemy. So this enemy, I'll probably dodge their attack anyway, but if they do hit me, it won't matter. They'll only deal around 15 damage to me. I'll have 13 HP left. Then with the bronze sword, I'll hit myself for 3 damage, which means I'll have 10 HP left. So I'll be completely safe here. This will pull that guy off of Frederick and allow us to start regrouping our army in the center. I'm going to move Frederick onto the fort as well. Hold on, is that going to block this guy? I actually won't move onto the fort yet, just because I don't want to block that guy. Totally fine, 3 damage to ourselves, and then Ricken dual strikes with Elwind, dealing a ton of damage to the enemy. That's one of the ways to play around counter, is to use really weak attacks on your lead unit, and then have your dual strike unit deal a lot of damage. Gotta be careful about the enemies up top. Don't want to stand in their range. This position seems safe. I'll give Chrom another kill here. I'm wondering if I can get him to level 10 before the next chapter, and so I can switch him over to an archer before the next chapter. Because having him as an archer in the next chapter is really good. I'll try to get him to level 10 if I can. Can Ricken get this kill? Go Elwind. Dual strike? No. Now Frederick will get the kill. I would have liked to give this kill to Ricken if I could, but this is fine. Okay, we're going to start regrouping and getting ready to clear up the enemies up top. I'm actually going to take my time and do all of my healing with Maribel so she gets as much experience as possible. Magic units in Awakening are really good, so it's typically a good idea to invest into like all of them if you can. It's kind of like people say that like in earlier Fire Emblem games, units on horses are good, or flyers are good, so like there's no reason to like not use every single flyer. Alright, let's check out these enemies. This guy should be pretty safe to fight. This guy's a little frustrating because he has counter. This guy's nothing. This guy having counter is actually really annoying. Alright, let's pull this guy out. 14 damage, we can take that. Now we run away, split up our forces. Maribel gets another heal. Or not. 19 is enough though. Alright, we got another level on Maribel. Her level ups aren't great, but her class line is very good, so it's like, who cares about her level ups? It's all about her class line. Okay, so I want to move to a position where this enemy... He's going to move on to the fort, isn't he? I want to pull him away, but I don't want him to move on to the fort. But he'll definitely move on to the fort if he can, right? This guy's kind of annoying to kill the way that he is, the skills that he has. Okay. Thank you. Now we should be able to get him without standing on the fort. Yes, okay, he can't stand on the fort anymore. This is what we wanted. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to use our Men's Staff. Ricken is going to fight this guy. There's no way he can kill Ricken. Can we get Chrom over here? Let's do Robin. Got our backup units standing here. We want Chrom to be closer. Actually, let's have Sully move over here too. Sully here. Virion's probably not going to be very useful. I'll move him forward just in case. And I'll put Lisa over here for repositioning. Okay, this should be fine. Ricken's going to fight this guy. We should be guaranteed to survive, and we'll deal a little bit of counter damage. Yeah, the good thing about Ricken is he dodges, too. Like, the guy dodges. I'm not sure why, either. It's not like his speed is super high. There must be something about him that causes him to dodge. I don't know what it is. Okay, that crit helped a lot. That is going to make it so I think Chrom might be able to get this kill, which we want Chrom to get as many kills as possible right now. Make sure that we deal enough damage to kill him, despite the fact that he has Pavis. Which is this, 8 damage. Okay, how much experience are we getting per kill? 20, that's not good. I think we're going to end on like 96 HP. We're not going to be able to switch classes. No, hold on, we can fight. We can fight for one turn. get like 10 experience. We can sandbag a little bit, get some experience, yeah. Okay, if we want Chrom to get level 10, we have to fight all of the remaining enemies with Chrom. So the ending is going to be a little bit slow here. You don't have to do this, like this isn't required to beat Chapter 5, obviously. We're at the point where like the enemies no longer pose any threat to us whatsoever. So what I'm doing is I'm using this opportunity to get experience onto the units that I want to train. Like Rickon, like Chrom. The units who can like fall behind the experience curve if you don't train them. Do either of these guys have pass? Yes, this guy does. That's good, actually. I want Frederick to be standing here, then. With no weapon equipped. With a Sully pair-up. Okay. This should allow us to split up the enemies now. This guy can't get past Frederick, but this guy can. And that means we can actually split them up. Like so. I'm going to use the Falchion here. I'm going to pair up with Robin with actually no weapon equipped because I don't want to kill this guy. And then I'm going to start building supports with Sumia. Okay, let's see how this goes. 17 damage. Okay. If we hit him again, we'll definitely kill him no matter what. So let's just, I guess, kill him no matter what, right? I'm just worried I'm not going to get enough experience. Nice crit. Okay, that puts us at 80. Okay, we're pretty good. If we kill this guy, we should get to level 10. Now, I'm a little bit worried I'm going to one-round this guy. No, I'm not. Which is actually good, because we're going to get more experience. I'm going to unequip all of Sumia's weapons so that she doesn't dual strike. I'm going to go like this, and I'm actually going to wait here so that I get this shiny spot. And we got a Volant Axe, which is, I'm pretty sure, really good. I think it's a 1-2 range axe, right? Yeah. It has bad accuracy, but that doesn't matter in some situations. You can actually use this Volant Axe on Chapter 7. And, in fact, Chapter 6 and Chapter 7, it's pretty good in both of them on Frederick. Or if you don't get the Orson Hatchet, if you don't get the Volant Axe, that's fine. You can just have him use the Hand Axe. So it's not like we're like cheesing the game by standing on these shiny spots. They just help slightly. Alright, we should be good. Interesting that he's attacking Frederick instead of Chrom. Did not expect that. I also did not realize that he was going to deal counter damage to us. I don't know why that completely slipped in my mind. We should have chipped him down first. Because now we're just shy of the experience we need to get to level 10. And this could have easily been avoided if I was just paying more attention. The tricky thing is, too, that if we actually don't kill this guy... well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. So this should work as long as he doesn't hit us with his axe. The problem is if he hits us with his axe. He has a 38% hit rate against Frederick. Chrom has higher avoid and he's standing on a fort. I don't think he can hit Chrom. I think this works. This sounds insane, but I actually think this works. If this fails, stream is over, obviously. So he should have a close to a 0% chance of hitting us here. Yeah, we damage ourselves for 7, then we kill him, and we get the experience that puts us to level 10. That was almost a throw for content moment, but it works out. I wasn't throwing, I was just being a complete buffoon. We get Charm, and now we get the ability to switch our class to Archer if we want to. And if you do it now, you can start training him. Like, getting him from level 1 back up to level 10, starting from right now, doesn't take very long, because he's going to be doing a lot of dual striking in the upcoming chapters. And the only thing you lose access to is your Falchion, which has effective damage against Wyverns, but a Iron Bow has the same damage as the Falchion, and it also has effective damage against Wyverns. So, like, literally, you're just trading a Falchion for an Iron Bow, and that's just how you make Chrom into the best support unit in the game. But there's no way I can do another chapter today. It took 4 hours just clearing the hardest chapter in the game. I'm gonna head out. What a war effort, no kidding. The war is over. Time for me to rest. For now, enjoy the rest of your day.